The world of classical music is often seen as elitist, but there's been an innovative program in Melbourne that's aiming to change that perception. When the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra staged its season launch, it featured some unusual guest artists. Grades 2 and 3 school children from one of the most disadvantaged areas in Melbourne. Mary Gearan reports.
8-year-old Chelsea Foyce is playing with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. Not a full concerto, not even an entire melody, but the unlikely collaboration is sweet harmony for the state school student and her friends.
I like playing the violin because it's the smallest instrument in the strings.
Do you want to keep playing the violin as well?
Yep.
Until when?
When I probably start a job.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you're out.
They come from a musical petri dish far removed from the usual private school breeding ground of classical talent.
Stamp your feet, get ready to play.
Meadows Primary, in the poorest part of metropolitan Melbourne, is the home of an ambitious program called the Pizzicato Effect, based on a Venezuelan program that takes classical music to the masses.
No importa cuando uno está sentado en el atril tocando, no importa si tienes dinero o no tienes dinero, o sea, le importa.
The concept that, you know, classical music is elitism and far removed and only there for the rich, it really we want to remove that stigma.
Back to the top, go.
In an Australian first, the MSO is supplying instruments, their maintenance, musicians and tuition to this school.
Rest.
For me, going out there the first time, it was a big culture shock for myself.
Rest.
I did get told this when I first started there, that, you know, 4 out of 20 in one class had toothbrushes. And I did think to myself, why am I bringing out a $1,000 instrument? Why am I not buying a $2 toothbrush for these kids?
The question seemed even more relevant in the first days of the program, when plenty of expensive instruments were left forgotten at home or broken.
Beautiful bow holds. Curly thumbs.
Viola player Danielle Arcaro says there were even more fundamental challenges. She was surprised to find children at this school didn't have the physical skills she'd learnt to expect from teaching in private schools.
You have to sit right on top.
We found things like some of their fine motor control of their fingers was just they couldn't, say, pluck a string and control that movement to pluck it in time. Some of that, I've been told, is just that perhaps they didn't have all of the kindergarten programs or little songs that involved the various, you know, incy-wincy kind of thing, and so they didn't get a lot of that fine motor development.
From a faltering start, the MSO mentors say their charges have come a long way. Teachers report better behaviour, more teamwork, better concentration and a new love of music.
I like playing the cello because it's like big and strong and fierce. I like playing the cello because it has deep sounds and it's fun and all the teachers are nice. I love playing the cello because it's free, and if it was not free, my parents will have to pay about $1,000.
And bows out.
These kids, maybe they can't spell as well as some other schools. Maybe they can't read as well. We're getting them there and we're building up their capacity to do those things, and this will help because it gives them confidence.
Chelsea Foyce's parents say they would never have dreamed their daughter would or could learn violin.
Makes us proud as parents.
It's good to see her confidence.
Confidence too, yeah.
Sort of thing, because we never did. We never had confidence. So it's good to see that Chelsea has, that she can do anything that she wants to.
Yeah.
I think the greatest impression that a program like Pizzicato Effect makes on me is that sense of high impact, and how, while it may not be touching thousands and thousands of children in that one program, how much it actually has the ability to change a young person's life.
The MSO has brought the school to its concerts to extend the love of classical music. In a competitive funding environment, it's all a good PR move for the orchestra, but it's apparently the musicians themselves wanting to drive the spread of musical democracy to even more children. Now the apparent choice of instruments over toothbrushes seems to make sense.
I see young people who have a sparkle in their eye that they might not have otherwise, and I know from my own experience that that will be something that benefits them for many, many years to come. Whether they decide to be professional musicians or not, it will give them a structure and a sense of discipline and commitment. So if they end up being a doctor or a lawyer or a business person, it will serve them in that way in an incredible manner.
Mary Gearan with that report.